Hey guys, as I already said, we're talking about the Bok way this week. We just wrapped up our procedures and expectations for the classroom, and now we're going to talk about the 55 essentials, specifically essentials 23 through 33. Here we go. So rule 23 is know other teachers' names and greet them by their name in the hall. So we all know that you know your teachers, but it would be great if you could greet every teacher by their name. Now I know this will take some time. You may not know everybody, and there are some new teachers this year, like myself, who a lot of students do not know. So take the time to get to know their name. The teachers that you will commonly see in this hallway are Mrs. Sebring, Mrs. Lamb, Mrs. Bird, and myself, Mrs. Morgan. So please know them by name, and when you see them, say, "Hello, Mrs. Sebring. How are you, Mrs. Lamb? Good to see you, Mrs. Bird. Good morning, Mrs. Morgan." Okay? Because we're going to greet you by your name as best as possible. Rule 24, keep yourself and bathrooms clean. No writing on your body or items that do not belong to you. First off, we're washing our hands a lot and we're using sanitizer a lot, so I don't think we have to worry about that. When you are in the bathroom, please make sure you flush the toilet, that you pick up any tissue that you may drop on the floor, and that it is as clean as it was when you leave as when you came in, okay? So if you come in and it's nice and clean, make sure it's just as clean, if not cleaner, and we're washing our hands before we leave. Second part of that is do not write on your body. That is not respecting your body. That was one of the expectations that we talked about in our last video. So don't write on your body, and especially other items that do not belong to you. How would you feel if somebody took your stuff and wrote on it? You would be very upset, so please don't do that to somebody else. We're being respectful of ourselves and others in that rule. Rule 25. Greet visitors and make them feel welcomed. So we're not just saying, "Hi, how are you?" We're greeting them, and we're going above and beyond and maybe asking them, say, "Good morning, how are you today? I'm so glad you're here." You know, maybe start a little conversation if you have time. Let them know that Bok is happy to have them. Rule 26, make sure you make all students at Bok feel comfortable. Saving seats during lunch can create a feeling of isolation for some students. Be aware and be determined to reach out to others. So how do we make all students at Bok feel comfortable? Well, we're not bullying, okay? That's a huge thing, so make sure you're just being kind to everybody. And if you see somebody being a bully, stick up for that other person and say, "Hey, we're not going to do that here. At Bok, we make everybody feel comfortable." Lunch might be a little different this year, so just make sure that you're switching it up and sitting with new people. It's always great to make new friends. Okay, guys? All right, rule 27, do not stare at a student who is being reprimanded. What is reprimanded? That means they are being corrected for something that they did that was wrong. So how would you feel if you were the person who was getting in trouble and everybody was staring at you? You'd be a little embarrassed and uncomfortable, wouldn't you? And like we just said, we want everybody at Bok to feel comfortable. So if a student is being reprimanded or spoken to by the teacher, do not stare. Mind your own business and don't worry about it. Rule 28, have good table manners. What does that mean? There's a whole video you can go watch, okay? But also, just quick, it means we're not chewing with our mouth open, we're not talking with food in our mouth, we're not being rude. Okay, we're having good table manners. Go watch that video. Rule 29, call if you have a question about prep work. Your instructor will set the parameters. You are expected to respect those boundaries. So on each module every week, my office hours are listed. You can reach me between 8:30 and 4:15. That is the time that I will absolutely be checking my emails and my phone and Schoology. You are welcome to send me something after 4:15, but there's a strong likelihood that I may not get to it, okay? If you need a different time, please contact me and we will try to work something out. But please be respectful of my time. Rule number 30, don't pass it up, pick it up. Help keep Bok's campus clean and better than the typical public setting. This expectation was taken from public supermarkets. This is one reason why their stores are immaculate. When you walk into Publix, you don't see a mess. There is not paper on the floor, there is not trash on the floor, it's picked up. And that's the same expectation for here at Bok. If you see a piece of paper and it doesn't belong to you, pick it up and find a trash can. Okay, it's not difficult. Also, it's helpful if you don't leave trash. So just be mindful of your surroundings. And if you have something and you accidentally drop it, just take a second and pick it up. Or if you notice that somebody dropped something and didn't realize it, come up behind them and pick it up. And don't make a scene, just throw it away. Rule 31, on the bus, always face forward and behave in a respectful manner. Decide to be helpful to the driver. Guys, the bus is a place where you need to be thinking about your safety, and that's what this rule is for your safety. It's not that we don't want you to have fun with your friends or not talk to your friends, but that bus driver has to focus on a lot. And if you're turned around making a scene being loud, they have to focus on you instead of driving, and that's not safe. So let's make sure that you're facing forward and that you're following the rules and you're being respectful to your bus driver. Rule 32. After dining in the Bok Cafe, be responsible for your cleanup. In addition, please help your entire table live up to this expectation. So this is very similar to don't pass it up, pick it up. Take all of your trash, throw it away. If you see your friend accidentally left their milk, grab it and throw it away, okay? Maybe just don't leave the table until you see all the trash is picked up and put on a tray ready to go. Rule 33, when meeting new people, shake their hands and repeat their names. Now right now we're not shaking hands, and it's hard to remember that sometimes, but don't shake their hand right now. Maybe give them an elbow bump or a air high five or a foot shake. It's kind of like a handshake, but you just tap them with your foot. We're not kicking, tapping them with your foot, something like that. And when they introduce themselves, like say maybe I meet Jonah. Jonah says, "Hi, I'm Jonah." I say, "Hi, Jonah, nice to meet you." That way they know that I'm paying attention to what they're saying, okay? So those are the 11 essentials that Language Arts had to discuss this week, and you're going to have an assignment on these essentials. So what you're going to do is you're going to do a choice board. So you will have a choice of word graffiti, a meme or video, short story, or a comic strip. Okay, and I will post directions with the assignment. So please make sure you get that done by Sunday. All right, guys, go ahead and go do that now.